What's Gucci? What's Gucci fat? What's up, Dex? Baltimore has 2 mass shootings tonight. I guess we going to Baltimore then, man. Hey. These niggas, man. Four shot. Damn. Home dispute. We'll wait for some more people to get in here. Damn. These mass shootings are fucking insane, man. The left gonna regret ever making a big deal about mass shootings. They are gonna regret that shit. Pushing that mass shooting narrative. That was them. Mass shootings, mass shootings. They gonna regret that shit. All their voters is dead. 2 more mass shootings in Baltimore, y'all. See, I'm breathing hard as a bitch. I got a breathing condition, man. How's my breathing now? Yeah, they ain't never gonna show this shit, man. Outside of Baltimore. That's all right. Baltimore, be more. Wait till we get a few more people in here, then we'll start the show. BMO. The nightly news with Ock Nation. News you can choose. We'll be starting shortly. Once we get a few more people in here. Big news out of Baltimore. You said Colin covers 20 plus inner city mass shootings every week. Yeah, he does the rundown. I see his rundown every once in a while. He does a good job. It's so many. He just be this one, that one, this one, that one. It's so many, man. God. And he probably doesn't catch all of them. He probably catches, I would say, he might catch 75% of them. Even some slip through the cracks with him. He don't catch all of them. It's so many. Think about this. We go city to city. And a good night we may get to 8 to 10 cities. You know how many fucking cities there are? And counties and towns. Niggas spray crowds. Simone Biles' brother sprayed the crowd. Niggas spray shit. Niggas spray shit because they ain't shit. That's some fucked up shit, man. Niggas just spray crowd. Niggas don't give a fuck. I told you that. It always been like that. That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing. What's up, Cornelius? Oh, no, I gotta see that. Send it to me, Cornelius. Email it to me. We'll look at it in a little bit. All right, we got 10 in the queue. Let's get started. Mass shooting in Baltimore, y'all.
Tonight at London Sports Bar, flames snapped and they just started fighting.
My neighbors say he shot his girlfriend's son.
Plus, I'm tracking the chance for scattered thunderstorms this Labor Day weekend and the latest on Hurricane Dorian.
Tonight at 11 on 11 News. Neighbors suspect that the house is actually an illegal rooming house. The community association is asking city code enforcement and their city council rep to investigate.
You ain't even hear no fussing or no arguing for real. All you just hear is boom, 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 boom. And then I'm side.
That's how neighbors describe a quadruple shooting early Friday morning on East 29th Street. This one taking place inside a home. Police found a woman dead from multiple gunshot wounds along with 2 other shooting victims. Another woman who lives there and was shot walked to the hospital. Residents believe the stabbing of a woman on the front porch earlier in the night prompted the shooting. But neighbors describe their community as safe.
Since I've been around here, it's really peaceful.
But neighbors describe the community as safe. There was a stabbing that morning that led to a quadruple shooting that evening. But neighbors in the community think of their... Niggas got a warped sense of what safe is. How many of y'all know that? What's safe to niggas is not safe to normal people. This woman she probably got a son that got murdered around there, a daughter that got raped, and she'll sit up on the news and be like, well, it seems safe. I got a couple kids left. They ain't kill all my kids. Her home probably been burglarized. Her car probably been stolen. But to her, it's safe because she's still breathing. Niggas don't look at the total. Niggas don't have empathy for other people. They can't see, like, if that shit don't happen to them. How many of y'all know this? If it don't happen to them, it didn't happen.
fussing or no arguing for real. All you just hear is boom, 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 boom. And then I'm shot.
That's how neighbors describe a quadruple shooting early Friday morning on East 29th Street. This took place inside a home. Police found a woman dead from multiple gunshot wounds along with 2 other shooting victims. Another woman who lives there and was shot walked to the hospital. Residents believe the stabbed woman on the front porch earlier in the night prompted the shooting. But neighbors describe their community.
Since I've been around here, it's really peaceful. Only time we have neighborhood block parties and things like that. Community really sticks together.
Earlier in the week, another quadruple shooting, this one in the 2500 block of East Monument Street.
I'm shot in my stomach. I'm shot in my leg.
This is a rare, raw, and unfiltered look at violence in Baltimore. The scene before an ambulance arrives. In this case, gunfire killed 16-year-old Milton Carrington.
It seems like if they allow these people to do what they want to do, you know, and I don't know what it's going to take. This block should be indicted.
It's just crazy everything that's been happening in Baltimore City. Like, I'm trying to get off the streets myself. Like, it's very dangerous and it's not safe.
As the number of shootings and murders rise, the arguing continues over the right way to fight crime. The FOP, upset with the police commissioner's plan, says the union will come up with its own in 30 days. Residents advise more prayer.
Stop hating on one another. Start to love one another. Stop.
Anyone about the shooting or the East Monument Street shooting is urged to call City Homicide. The number's 410-396-20.
Tell me if I'm buffering. If I start buffering, tell me so I can different spot.
100 or Metro Crime Stoppers at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. Reporting live from Northeast Baltimore, David Collins, WBAL TV 11 News.
More prayer. Niggas are like, you can't make this shit up with niggas, man. You literally can't make this shit up. More prayer? You kidding me? I'm buffing. All right, let me move the fuck out of this spot. I'm about to go to another spot. Let's see if this is better. Is this better? Tell me if I'm doing better now. Oh, you say you was just kidding? Nigga, you made me move, man. I moved on your word, nigga. These motherfuckers, they call that shit safe. And women supposed to be the softer sex. Women supposed to be scared of more shit than niggas. Sisters. Damn, firefighter. This hard-working black man had to bust a nigga head. I don't know. I'ma hold out. I'm not gonna judge him till I hear the story. This hard-working brother had to bust a nigga head. Sometime a nigga will make you bust his head.
The shooting happened in the 600 block of Stanford Road off of Edmondson Avenue just before 6 Thursday evening. Carlicia Vital says she was inside cooking.
I heard a pop, and I thought it was maybe someone had leftover fireworks or something like that. But then when I looked out my window, I saw one of the patrol cars talking to the mom, and the door was open on the driver's side.
Vitale tells us the woman's 23-year-old son had been shot in the stomach inside the house by her boyfriend. Police have arrested 58-year-old Craig White. He is a Baltimore City firefighter with more than 20 years on the job. He's assigned to Engine 46 on Reisterstown Road. White is charged with attempted first and second-degree murder. Vitale says White left the scene, but she called him and tried to reason with him to come back.
He just said, it was just, they got into an argument. They were just talking about things that you talk about to a young man, like responsibility and stepping up to the plate and doing what you need to do around the house and so on and so forth. And he just said that he just snapped and they just started fighting.
Vitale says White told her he planned to turn himself in to police.
And then he texted me around 10:30 at night, and I asked him how was he doing, and he told me that he was with the cops, talking to them.
Now, Vitale says that she did speak with the victim's mother. She says that he has been operated on and is in stable condition. Reporting live in Southwest Baltimore.
That little nigga probably was threatening him. These little, just because he shot her son was 23 years old. That was a Baby Boy situation. Who remember that movie Baby Boy with Tyrese? This 23-year-old nigga living in the house with his mom and her boyfriend. That's a very combustible situation. That's a very combustible situation. You got some single mother raised brat that's probably 6'4", 220 pounds, living with his mother, who done treated him like he was her man his whole life, and now she got this new man. It's gonna be problems. Yeah, the boy was a punk. Yeah. Same thing happened. It's gonna be conflict. You 23 living with your single mom. You carrying on, disrespecting, not doing shit, not paying no bills, not being responsible for shit. Eating up all the cereal. She's still probably washing his clothes. Then along come this nigga who a firefighter. And he looking around like, what the fuck is going on here? And now, all of a sudden, shit ain't as comfortable as it used to be for Baby Boy. Baby Boy starting to feel the heat. Because there's a real man in the house now. It's a real man in the house. What's up, Houston Phenom? Yeah, poverty doesn't cause you to be a shitty person. Only black people say that, and liberals. Black people and liberals love saying that. That poverty caused you to fucking shoot up the club and shit. Or poverty caused you to fucking shoot an Uber driver and shit. Call an Uber and kill the fucking driver. I want y'all to think of all these stories we're going to do tonight. Which one of these motherfuckers was caused by poverty? Poverty don't cause none of this shit. West Helena, Arkansas shooting the other day. Helena, Arkansas. All right, we'll get to Arkansas. We're in Baltimore right now.
Outside of the Baltimore County Circuit Courthouse Thursday in Towson,
my main feeling is utter disappointment right now.
David Dvorak says justice wasn't served in the shooting death of his son, Sebastian, 2 years ago in Canton.
And my son, Sebastian Dvorak, who I'm so proud of, was walking home from his birthday and was viciously attacked by two people for a wallet with no money.
He wanted to say nigga so bad. He wanted to say two niggas so bad. But you know what? This is the type of liberal that will get on fucking social media and chastise you and shit about not being down with the cause. Where are my white people in the chat? All my white people in the chat. You know this is the type of guy that will call you a racist and say you're microaggressing and say that you need to denounce your privilege and this motherfucker will be at every Black Lives Matter rally until, of course, one of the homeboys whacks out his son. And then he up here trying to hold back from saying nigga.
Outside of the Baltimore County Circuit Courthouse Thursday in Towson,
my main feeling is utter disappointment right now.
David Dvorak says justice wasn't served in the shooting death of his son, Sebastian, 2 years ago in Canton.
And my son, Sebastian Dvorak, who I'm so proud of, was walking home from his birthday and was viciously attacked by two people for a wallet with no money, a switch, and a phone. He handed over the phone and was shot, and the testimony in court was from my son's own words, why in the hell did you do that?
Okay? So he gave the niggas the shit. The niggas came up, attacked him brutally. He gave them the phone, and they still shot him. I want y'all to understand this, because I tell y'all this all the time. This is something I always tell you guys. This is something I always tell you guys. He gave them the phone, and they still shot him. Okay? Over a cell phone. You say he's wearing a flannel, you don't think he's a Democrat? Nah, he lives in Baltimore. He's a white man in Baltimore. He's a Democrat. Baltimore going 80%, 80, 90% the Democrat every fucking... They haven't had a Republican mayor in fucking 8,000 years. He might not be, even if he's not like just a bleeding heart liberal, that motherfucker vote Democrat every election. I tell you that, but I bet you that. I bet you he vote Democrat every election. Listen to this shit. He gave the fucking niggas the shit.
People for a wallet with no money, a switch, and a phone. He handed over the phone and was shot, and the testimony in court was from my son's own words, why in the hell did you do that? He fell on the ground. The perpetrators ran away, left him there to die, bleeding in the streets of Baltimore.
19-year-old Malika Mungo is the accused, the only person ever charged in Dvorak's murder. The outcome? A hung jury on 8 counts, including murder, robbery, and gang-related charges.
Hung jury. So they finally caught a nigga, right? They finally caught a nigga, hung jury. I want y'all to hear that. Hung jury.
19-year-old Malika Mungo is the accused, the only person ever charged in Dvorak's murder. The outcome? A hung jury on 8 counts, including murder, robbery, and gang-related charges. Mungo's defense attorney says some members of the jury just weren't convinced.
I think that they felt that they didn't have evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he took part in the robbery and or the murder, that they didn't have that evidence.
The jury viewed surveillance video from the night of the murder, which prosecutors say placed Mungo at the scene. 4 witnesses testified Mungo pulled the trigger, but Mungo says someone else did it.
They have video of the guy at the scene. 4 witnesses say he pulled the trigger. Still, hung jury. Which means that no conviction. This guy got off. 4 witnesses said they saw him pull the trigger. Videotape of him at the scene of the murder. Basically, not guilty. How often do I tell y'all this? Yeah, white supremacy. White supremacy be slacking on these niggas. First of all, they only catch 1 in 10 of the shooters. They only catch 1 in 10 of these niggas that does these shootings. Then, and that's just putting charges on them. Then they gotta take these niggas to trial. And you think you gonna get a conviction on a white man? A nigga killing a white man in the Chocolate City? You think you gonna get a conviction on a nigga killing a white man in the Chocolate City? Got the boy on videotape at the scene. 4 people testified in court that he pulled the trigger. Not guilty.
Jury viewed surveillance murder. The outcome? A hung jury on 8 counts, including murder, robbery, and gang-related charges. Mungo's defense attorney says some members of the jury just weren't convinced.
I think that they felt that they didn't have evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he took part in the robbery and or the murder, that they didn't have that evidence.
The jury viewed surveillance video from the night of the murder, which prosecutors say placed Mungo at the scene. 4 witnesses testified Mungo pulled the trigger, but Mungo says someone else did it. Someone he tried to talk out of it. Mungo was found guilty on 8 other counts, like drugs and firearms charges. Those are charges his attorney says he admitted to on the stand, testifying in his own defense. He was found not guilty on 3 burglary charges.
We'll go at it again. We'll be here every day until our state says this was wrong and this shouldn't have happened and someone should be held accountable for it.
Now, the state plans to try Mungo on those 8 counts. A trial is likely scheduled for March 2020. We're live in Towson. Karen Campbell, WBAL TV 11 News.
It just don't move me with these liberals. When these white liberals get on TV, because you know what? If this had happened to somebody else's kid, that white guy would... If them niggas would have did this to your kid, that white guy would have been like, systematic structural racism made him do it. It was poverty. It was institutional racism and structural systems. But since it happened to his kid, he want justice. He want justice because the shit happened to his kid. That's why I don't feel sorry for these I don't feel sorry for these liberals. Oh yeah, I don't show bras on this channel because they give me strikes for minor. They everybody on YouTube can do a video about a school fight. If I do it, they'll give me a strike and say that I'm showing minors.
Hearing extremely emotional.
They say I'm showing minors. They gave me a strike. The last strike they gave me was something about minors. Showing minors in some kind of position of violence against minors. But the video I did, everybody else did a video on it. But they gave me a strike for something dealing with violence and minors. So I don't show videos. And I also got I've got several strikes for that. When I show like teenagers fighting, they give me strikes. I got a strike for the Minister Jab video. That video of Minister Jab getting knocked out, I got a strike for that. So I don't. Nah, other black people be doing videos on that shit and they don't get strikes. This channel, I get strikes for that shit. So I don't really show teenagers fighting. I show adults fighting, but I can't show teenagers fighting.
Family members of 3-year-old Mackenzie Elliott and federal prosecutors described milestones that would never happen, including the little girl, who would now be 8, going to school. The 25-year sentence is part of a plea agreement. Terrell Plummer's defense team said he accepted responsibility and was remorseful. But when Plummer spoke in court, he denied pulling the trigger. Talking directly to Mackenzie's mother, he said, quote, "I didn't sign this plea because I'm guilty. I signed this plea to get back home to my family. I had nothing to do with the loss of your child. I am sorry for your loss." That didn't sit well with Judge George Russell, who called Plummer's statements untrue, selfish, and cowardly.
What I can say is that he did, under oath, previously enter a plea of guilty. He admitted that even though he didn't intend to kill Mackenzie Elliott, that he was the one who fired the gun that took her life. So today, he has been brought to justice.
Plummer pleaded guilty last year to racketeering conspiracy. He admitted to being part of the Old York Money Gang. Mackenzie was hit in the head by a stray bullet in August 2014 while on the porch of her Waverly home. Investigators said she was caught in the middle of a gun battle between rival gangs. In court, her mother said she had done...
How many times do we see this, y'all? How many times do we see that? Salute. And mods, please post the PayPal link for people that don't have it. You blocked, Miss Smith? How are you blocked? You can't be blocked. You just, salute Deshaun. Deshaun with the donation. Salute to you, brother. He always comes through in the clutch. How are you blocked, Miss Smith? Yeah, try the super chat, man. Or somebody post the PayPal link. Just do it on PayPal if you have PayPal. But look, this dude doing 25 years, finally they caught somebody for killing one of these kids. Finally they caught somebody for killing one of these little babies, man.
Done everything she could to make sure her daughter stayed safe. She never would have imagined the life of her 3-year-old would be taken by a stranger.
I hope this be a life learned lesson for everyone, that we have to put the guns down because we're losing our children and they're not having a chance. You can't just get away, even if it was an accident or not. You have to pay the price.
Federal prosecutors said that Plummer was the last of 11 members of the Old York Money Gang to be prosecuted and sentenced. The others are serving from 3 years to life in prison. Reporting live from downtown Baltimore, Barry Sims, WBAL.
Black kids, boy, just sitting around playing. Black kids playing is more dangerous than white kids bungee jumping. You could take 20 white kids and fucking have them jump out of a plane, parachute out of a plane, and all 20 of them will survive. You put 20 black kids, send 20 black kids outside to play, and one of them motherfuckers gonna end up getting hit upside the head with a bullet. Give me another city, y'all. Give me another city. The Nightly News with Arc Nation News you can choose. Interactive news show. News you choose. Yeah, Calix, you right. News you can choose. You said California. You gotta give me a city. He said Alexandria, Louisiana. David Thompson, and everybody, take a second to hit the... All right, we go to Sacramento, then we go to Louisiana. Everybody, take a second to hit the like button. Sacramento about to be a hellhole. They done passed laws to make it hard for the police to... They anti-police there. Damn, they had a triple shooting in Sacramento. Damn. 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 Triple shooting in Sacramento, y'all. Every fucking city you go to, there's some nigga smiling in a mugshot after he done shot a bunch of people. Every city you go to, it's a nigga smiling in a mugshot after he done shot a bunch of people and killed a bunch of people and about to go to jail for the rest of his life. That little smirk. How many of y'all get irritated by that little smirk these niggas have in their mugshot? Knowing they either gonna beat the case or they don't give a fuck. Going to jail doesn't bother them. It's not really a big deal to them. That little smirk. You gotta email that to me, Deshaun. I can't click links in the chat on this app. Yeah, these motherfuckers going to jail for the rest of their life ain't really no big deal. They probably gonna beat it too, so they don't even give a fuck.
CRA3, your best choice for news at 11, with resources to bring you the story wherever it happens.
Get those cannons away from me!
Your best choice for news at 11, KCRA3, where the news comes first.
A man who was in critical condition after a Sacramento County triple shooting last week has died. Trey Devon Hallman was arrested in connection with the shooting in Antioch after an hours-long manhunt. Dispatchers received a call about 5:30 in the morning last Friday from a man inside the house who said he had been shot by his roommate. 4 other people were home at the time of the shooting. 2 of them were also shot but are expected to survive. A motive is still not known.
You hear some people got shot, you almost gotta fucking know that it's a nigga that did that shit. We the killers. That's our niche in this society. We the ones we call the we call the flock. No motive. Of course it's no motive. He just... Nigga got mad. Shot a bunch of people. Nigga got mad, shot a bunch of people. It's a miracle they caught him. Now they gotta get a conviction in court.
Screamed loud. You could hear it ring throughout the entire store.
Amber Birchfield visits this Lodi Target on West Kettleman Lane often.
I went late night grocery shopping because I put my kids to bed and they stayed here with their dad.
Her normal shopping routine took a turn when she heard the gut-wrenching sound of a child screaming just before 9 p.m. Wednesday night.
At the time, I didn't know that anything was wrong. Because, I mean, when your kid screams, it's hard to differentiate a kid throwing a fit or a kid being tired.
Lodi police say this man, 51-year-old Jeff Hardcastle was arrested for assaulting 2 children inside the store.
They looked like they were just minding their own business inside of the store, and he walked up to them and punched them in the head.
Police say the suspect ran out of the exit doors but was later arrested behind the business.
We believe he was under the influence of some type of drug, but we're not totally sure which one.
Birchfield, who has 2 young children of her own, says she didn't find out what happened until she saw the mother of the children with police near the front exit.
She was sitting on one of the self-checkout stands, and she was holding a little boy who was fetal position on her lap, just you could tell, traumatized.
Now, this mother of 2 is keeping her eyes open for anything suspicious the next time she's out running errands.
After something like that happens, you don't want to let them out of your sight.
Piece of shit. Every city you go to, it's the same fucking thing. It's just the volume. It's just the volume that changes. Some of these cities have millions of people. Some of these people got thousands of people. That's the only difference. And some have different higher percentages of population demographics. The nightly news with Octanation News, you can choose. If you'd like to support the channel, you can support the channel via PayPal or via Super Chat. Mods, please post the PayPal link. Yeah, that's crazy. They I don't understand why they interviewed that bitch. Like she had nothing to do
Through
with.
the tears, the prayers, and the candlelight for Parmjit Singh, a message of hope that this community will heal after the 64-year-old's tragic death. But for his family, the pain won't be easy to shake.
Worst day of my life.
Harnek Singh Kang is Parmjit's son-in-law. He lost his own father to murder in India when he was 8 years old. He says this is harder.
He's so close to me. Unbelievable.
This is like your own father.
Oh, more than own father. My friend, my everything.
The 64-year-old was killed Sunday on his routine walk through Gretchen Talley Park, stabbed here and left for dead. A passerby found him and called 911.
This is disgraceful, so we need...
Who you think stabbed this fucking Indian dude and left him for dead?
to keep it up, and we need to deliver the justice.
Tracy police are working leads on this video, which shows a man running through the park where Singh was killed. He's not a suspect, but Chief Alex Neku says he could have valuable information.
We just don't know what that person knows or who they are.
No significant leads on this man yet, according to Chief Neku. He adds it's too early to call this a hate crime just yet.
We don't have any information that it is or it isn't, so until I can say something with certainty, I don't want to go down that path.
I hope they're gonna catch that monster very soon.
Meantime, Singh's grieving family, comforted by the support their community's shown. King now left to cherish pictures.
Listen, 1 out of 10 niggas get caught. 1 out of 10. So let's. I don't feel good for that Indian family. I don't think they're gonna catch the motherfucker. I don't think they're gonna catch the motherfucker. You say Sikhs can know karate. Sikhs got some beautiful women. Their women are beautiful. Their women are beaut. When I say beaut, we just do Baton Rouge. They ain't got much. Alexandria's near Baton Rouge, right? Baton Rouge. Okay. So they found a Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, is hacked, sending racist tweets. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey has found his official account hacked and sending racist and vulgar tweets to his 4.2 million. Fuck that. Fuck all that shit. Racism. You niggas got to clean up your community before you call somebody a fucking racist. You niggas need to clean up your community before you start calling people racist and shit. Niggas running around chasing racism and shit. Quiet night in Louisiana. Couple things going on, but not much. Give me another city, man. Shreveport. He said, oh, I already did that video earlier. I did that video on the other channel, Black American. I did that video already today. I did it on Ock Nation TV. Simone Biles, brother mass shooting in Cleveland. Shreveport. Shreveport police officer caught on camera kicking his thing in the head. They ain't gonna tell you all the shit the nigga put them through. They just gonna talk about they kicked the nigga in the head. All the shit going on in these communities, somebody, why don't they...
Carpet cleaners understands that everyday life...
I'm waiting for niggas to grow some balls and be like, thank good riddance they kicked that nigga in his head. Why don't niggas ever say, good, that nigga deserved to get kicked in his head? How come niggas don't never say that? How come you ain't never catch niggas saying, they should have whooped that nigga ass? You never catch niggas saying that shit. Every time, no matter what the nigga did. Leave him alone. Get off of him. A nice chocolate lady at the Schwab. What the fuck? I want some niggas to start saying good riddance. Glad they kicked that nigga in his fucking head. They should have kicked his teeth out. Always taking up for these niggas. He said my dream.
Isn't it time you stopped? Turned off the TV, turned on your dreams, and let your imagination fly. Time is precious, just like the ones you spend it with. Warhead Pools, it's time.
This disturbing video was from an August 5th arrest of a man stopped for loitering in the 4900 block of Monkhouse Drive in Shreveport. Good evening, I'm Brenda Teal.
I'm Jerry May. That's our big story tonight. A Shreveport police officer caught on video kicking that suspect in the head, where you'll see only on 3. So there was little information given by Shreveport police when Corporal Dylan Hudson was put on leave for that.
We now have video showing the incident that led to a charge of malfeasance and an internal investigation. Officers had detained 32-year-old Markeel Tyson when Hudson kicked him in the face. You can hear Tyson groan from the pain of being kicked. This is happening in front of the Super 8 Motel in the 4900 block of Monkhouse Drive. Not only does the video show Tyson being kicked, Hudson tasered him twice. Although you could hear Tyson say, "I'm trying to," when he commanded Hudson to lay down, when he was commanded by Hudson to lay down and put his hand behind his back.
I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to put him on my back. I'm trying to go home.
Hudson's been charged with malfeasance and is on paid administrative leave pending an internal investigation. The charges against Tyson for trespassing and resisting arrest have been dropped. Now, I asked Shreveport Police if Hudson has been disciplined in the past. I was told because there is an ongoing investigation, that information cannot be released. Hudson has been with the department for 5 years.
You have 20 shootings in 1 week. And they won't get as much as news as one nigga getting kicked in the head while he resisting arrest. I tell you, man, something is wrong with niggas, man. You kick one nigga in the head while you fucking patrolling these mean-ass streets. And that's your ass. Ain't that a son of a bitch? You kick one of these lousy ass niggas in their head. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all talking about that? It's some fine, yeah. I mean, I think all women, majority of women are ugly. I think more women are ugly than are not ugly. I think y'all, a lot of white women be ugly, man. I'm telling you, you go out. Y'all don't look at the white women on TV. Look at the white women in real life. Y'all be looking at these white women on TV. Look at the white women in real life. They not all that fucking pretty, man. The white women in real life are not that fucking pretty, man.
Thanks. An update for you at the top of the noon hour. 3 more members of the Block Boys gang here in Shreveport are now sentenced to federal prison. The announcement was made this morning by the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Louisiana, David Joseph. DeMarcus Morris, the gang leader, will serve 33 years on multiple charges, including distribution of crack cocaine. The other 2 members, Jimmy Durden Jr., was sentenced to 15 years, and Gary McCain will serve 9 years in federal prison. Some members of the gang were accused of being involved in shootings, selling drugs, and committing armed robberies from 2012 to 2017 in Shreveport. The U.S. Attorney's Office claimed the gang was responsible for at least 60 crimes over a 6-year period.
Them motherfuckers are probably responsible for fucking 10 times as many crimes as that. I challenge you to just go look around. What's up, Black Introvert? I challenge y'all to just look around and see white women in real life. Not white women on TV, not fucking Kate Winslet and fucking Mila Kunis and all this shit. White women in real life. Yeah, you ain't gonna find too many that's cute. But get in the comment section, man. Now, give me another city, y'all. The nightly news with Ock Nation. News you can choose. White women are not that pretty, man. Even in D.C., where we got some of the finest women in the world. Like, D.C. got just fine women. You go around, you still be looking at white women, they not, like, your dick ain't just gonna go boing and you see a bunch of white women. Boston, New Jersey. We'll do Boston. We ain't going to Boston in a while. Beantown. Ain't been to Beantown in a minute. Beantown is a safe city, man. Boston is a safe city. Well, they got some shit. They don't have a lot of Negroes in Boston. Boston does not have a lot of Negroes. Dennis police arrest suspect in liquor store shooting. Arrested a suspect who shot a man in the parking lot of a local liquor store. We had a straight pride parade here in D.C. this summer. How many fucking straight pride parades are they gonna have? Oh, straight pride. I thought you meant gay pride. That's what we had. We had the gay pride pop. We had, okay, they having straight pride? Okay, good. Yeah, we had the gay pride parade here in D.C. All right. They say North Attenborough triple stabbing. A triple stabbing in North Attenborough. Look, if you got a lot of gay men in your city is liberal as fuck. Therefore, your city is violent as fuck. Gay men equal violence only because they're liberal. They're a good indicator that your city is too liberal to be safe. It's not that the gay men commit a lot of the violence. It's that if you got a lot of gay men, your city's probably very liberal. And if your city's very liberal, lax, has a lot of liberal voters, what you would call people that are prone to voting liberal, you're going to have a lot of violence. You're going to have a shit ton of violence. A shit ton of violence. The nightly news with Ock Nation News you can choose. Damn. This dude stabbed 3 people and killed 2 of them. A triple stabbing.
News is now on Alexa. Get the latest breaking news, weather, and local stories. Just download the Alexa app, log into your Amazon account, search for Boston 25 News, and enable this skill. For more information, go to boston25news.com.
That's a lot. That's a lot of black people. 23.1%. I didn't know it was that much. That's a lot of black people.
3 people, killing 2, is being held on bail tonight.
It happened overnight at the suspect's home in North Attleboro. One of the victims was celebrating his 21st birthday.
Boston 25 News reporter Malini Basu learns, according to prosecutors, it may have been drug-related.
Neighbors on this quiet, dead-end street were left stunned to hear about these stabbings. The 19-year-old were being told moments after the stabbing called 911 and also called his father, telling them what happened. At 19 years old, Daniel Randall is facing 2 counts of murder and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Authorities say the teenager stabbed his 3 friends, killing 2 of them. It happened around 8:30 Thursday night at his Birch Road home in North Attleboro.
They found 21-year-old Eric Lundstedt outside the house leaning against a car. He was covered in blood and holding his stomach, and he told the police that he was stabbed by this defendant.
Eric Lundstedt is the only surviving victim. The other victims have been identified as 21-year-old Joshua Lemkin and 21-year-old Aiden Hanrahan. He was out celebrating his birthday.
When the police made entry up onto the 2nd floor in the back bedroom, they located Aiden Hanrahan. Aiden had turned 21 years old that day. He was slouched over the end of the bed, covered in blood.
We just saw all the police cars, and it was unbelievable.
Neighbors were left speechless.
It's shocking.
Authorities say after the stabbing, Randall ran to a nearby honeydew where he called 911 begging for help.
He also called his father. And in speaking with first responders, the defendant admitting to killing somebody.
We're such a quiet little side street that, you wouldn't expect much anything to happen.
Right now, authorities are trying to figure out if this was drug-related. The 19-year-old is being held without bail, and he is due back in court on October 8th. For now, we're in North Attleboro. I'm Malini Basu, Boston 20.
Yeah, I got a lot of Irish up there, and but in a city that's 70% white, you should see fucking white people on the news for murder. That's normal. The city's 70% white. It should be, when you go to the news, you should find a bunch of white people. You're not supposed to be finding niggas on the news in a city that's 70% white. Niggas supposed to be scared to come outside. Supposed to be a sundown town. You white folk need to bring back sundown towns. Because niggas still accuse you of that shit. Niggas still talk about sundown towns, knowing goddamn well white people terrified of them. They be making, it's sundown towns. You niggas ain't, man. Oh, North Attleboro is a half an hour outside the city? Okay. Shit. Give me another city, y'all. Give me another city. The nightly news with Ock Nation news you can choose. Everybody hit the like button, please. Really want Arkansas. Oh, Lord, Bel Air. We'll try Syracuse, man. I drove through Syracuse, man, on my way to Rochester. Syracuse is a fucking ghetto. How many of y'all knew Syracuse was a fucking ghetto? Syracuse is a fucking ghetto, man. Syracuse is a fucking dark-ass ghetto. Who said good heroin? Yeah, they got some good heroin. Syracuse is a rough place, Jack. They get a lot of fucking riffraff from New York. A lot of people that can't, make it in New York financially. Go to fucking Syracuse. Mellow. Syracuse got a lot of great players,
Like I got the worst sinus infection ever.
Hey, Bob. Don't forget the tissues with aloe. I don't want your nose getting chapped.
Mom, I'm in college.
A man this past weekend at the fair and charged him with a hate crime. The victims are two men who say they were verbally assaulted with anti-gay slurs, and then there was physical violence. Let's get the facts first on CBS 5 News at 5 o'clock. State police say 27-year-old Nicholas Ferlanda is accused of yelling those anti-gay slurs at two men while they were walking to their car Saturday night. Troopers say Ferlanda was likely drunk when he punched one of the men in the face and then smashed out their car window. Witnesses then reported seeing the man covered in blood and screaming obscenities. Ferlanda was charged with felony criminal mischief and more. CBS 5's Dan Massinio has new information right now.
This weekend, crowds at the New York State Fair hit nearly 120,000 people both days. And it takes a lot of planning and several hundred state police troopers to keep them safe.
You have to worry about their safety from the moment they walk into the fairgrounds.
Frank Coots, a retired state police troop commander, spent a lot of time in the fairgrounds through his career. He says along with the fair director, authorities meet at least once a month throughout the year to think about how to combat any dangers that might come up during fair season.
They recognize that they have to look to ensure that no illegal weapons are entering, but in the event that someone does brandish a weapon, they have to respond appropriately.
Troopers from all over the state come to the fairgrounds for security. Patrolling such a large area takes a lot of coordination, and not only inside the gate, but troopers are also responsible for traffic and parking lots. Just this weekend, troopers had to respond to what is being investigated as a hate crime. Authorities say a man used homophobic slurs toward two gay men, then punched one of them and damaged their vehicle in one of the parking lots. Troopers responded.
The victims know that their safety is a concern, and that when somebody does something wrong, they're held accountable.
And the state police also have a fairly new tool to help combat any crime during fair season. They now have a drone, so using technology more and more to help fight crime.
But no drone was going to stop what this guy's accused of doing. All right, Dan, thank you.
Well, they are the best.
And he called them faggots and punched out their windshield. The window. That was fucked up, though. He should have left them gay guys alone, man. Like, give me another city, man. You said Arkansas, man? I don't know. Let's try Arkansas, man. Let's see what's going on in Arkansas. Little Rock. Banging in Little Rock. Little Rock police are investigating a homicide that happened on Friday evening. Police responded to a call of a shooting that just occurred at a home on Pulaski Street. Officers found a man who had been shot multiple times in the home. No suspect or victim. No suspect or victim. Oh, shooting at Little Caesars. How many of y'all like Little Caesars? I love Little Caesars, man. It's a damn shame niggas is shooting at Little Caesars. Little Caesars, you get a pizza for $6. A good-ass pizza at Little Caesars. I love it. In Little Caesars, your pizza be ready in like 2.5 seconds. I love Little Caesars, man. You get you a nice pizza at Little Caesars, man, for a few bucks. The nightly news with Arc Nation News you can choose. If you'd like to support the channel via PayPal or Super Chat, you can support the channel via PayPal or Super Chat. You said Papa Gino's is nah. I'm talking about for a cheap pizza on the gun. I'm not saying that Little Caesars is fucking cuisine or nothing like that. But if you want to just get you a pizza, you want to go in and out and have it be cheap, Little Caesars is the spot. I'm not trying to say Little Caesars is fucking cuisine. I think when you come to pizza, you want to get it at a, an Italian place, a little hole-in-the-wall Italian joint. Domino's used to be my shit when I was younger. Then Pizza Hut. But, like real pizza, you got to go to a little hole-in-the-wall Italian joint. He said, yeah, Papa John's racist. Everything's racist. That motherfucker probably ain't even racist. That motherfucker Papa John's ain't... How many of y'all know Papa John probably ain't even racist? He probably don't think about black people. He probably said some shit like, what did he say? Like, he support Trump or some shit. What did he say? What did Papa John say that was racist? Somebody find that and find out what Papa John said that was racist. I bet you that shit wasn't racist. When you white, you gotta walk on eggshells or you racist. You can't even be fucking... You can't be fucking real and shit. You can't just say, that motherfucker probably ain't even racist. Little Rock police ID victim suspect arrested in deadly shooting in Little Caesars. Police have identified the victim and the suspected shooter at a homicide at a Little Rock pizza restaurant. Dominic, what the fuck is this nigga's name? Somebody tell me what that is. Dominic, what is his name? Dameke? What is this nigga's name? Oh, he said the N-word. That don't make you racist. That man, a lot of white people want to say the N-word after you niggas kill their loved ones. The N-word don't make you racist. Even though I don't want to hear that shit from no white person, but it don't make you racist. It just make you a jackass, piece of shit. Racist makes you racist. Yeah, I guess so. So Dominic Q. Jones, 26, is suspected of fatally shooting Marcus Fleming. Dominic Q. Jones, 26, is suspected of fatally shooting Marcus Fleming, 33, at a Little Caesars on University Avenue. Police said in the news release, witnesses said that Jones and Fleming were in a disturbance before the killing, the release says. A police spokesman said Thursday that the disturbance was possibly between an employee and an associate or a patron of the business. Jones was arrested on Friday evening and served with an arrest warrant. You can't even go to fucking Little Caesars. You can't even fucking go to Little Caesars and get you pop in, you like, honey, let's pop in. You be about to go somewhere else, and then you be like, let's just go to Little Caesars because it's cheap and it's fast, and you fucking get hit by a stray bullet and shit. Fucking niggas, man. You gotta be careful. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. Homicide in Little Rock. Police on the scene. Third homicide this week in Little Rock. Little Rock had 3 homicides this week. Little Rock. Not Big Rock. Little Rock had 3 homicides this week.
Arkansas's breaking news leader, Fox 16 News at 9 starts now.
Breaking news into the Fox 16 newsroom. Little Rock police officers investigating the city's latest homicide. Officials say the shooting happened several hours ago on South Pulaski Street near 19th. Fox 16's Mitch McCoy just arriving back into our newsroom with brand new details. Mitch, what have you been able to learn?
Well, yeah, Kevin, good evening to you. We're told that the victim is a man. He has been identified, but police are still in the process of notifying his family. Investigators working the scene right now. We just got back within the last 30 minutes. We're told multiple shots were fired. It's unclear at this hour if this was a drive-by shooting, but police say the victim was shot several times. They're trying to figure out exactly how this unfolded. Officers got the call just before 6:30 about a shooting. Officer Eric Barnes updating us within the last hour. He tells me this has been a hotspot area for police.
It's the area that we focused on in the past and we'll continue to focus on. One thing I want to make sure is that you see the communities gathering around here, we want to bring them answers.
When that cop said this is an area we focused on in the past and we continue to focus on, what does that mean? Can anybody tell me what that means when this officer says this is an area we focused on in the past and we continue to focus on?
Police say they are in 6:30 about a shooting. Officer Eric Barnes updating us within the last hour. He tells me this has been a hotspot area for police.
It's the area that we focused on in the past and we'll continue to focus on. One thing I want to make sure is that you see the communities gathering around here, we want to bring them answers.
Police say they are interviewing several witnesses right now. We are told that there is no suspect description. It hasn't been released yet. If you know anything about what happened, you're asked to call the Little Rock Police Department. Kevin, important to note, I know you remember this, this is the second homicide in the city of Little Rock in just over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, hopefully they can solve this one very quickly. Thank you, Mitch. Keep in mind, we first...
You gotta read through the code words. They don't really want to tell you what's really going on. You just got to read through the codes. Give me another city. The nightly news with Ock Nation News you can choose. We go to the cities you choose. And if you would like to support the channel and keep this news channel, interactive news channel going, you can hit the PayPal button or you can hit the Super Chat button and make a small donation. Helena. Tampa Bay. Where is Helena? I don't know where Helena is. Helena's Georgia. Yeah, they getting ready for that hurricane down here in Tampa Bay. They trying to get that federal funding. They playing that storm up. How many of y'all realize that when the news be upset when as the tornado get closer, the hurricane, and it start going down to a level 4, category 3, and category 2, they be mad as shit. The news be hoping it be a fucking category 5. The news channel be hoping, they be wishing and praying to be a category 5. They be disappointed. They be like, the winds have slowed down considerably. Meteorologists are calling this a category 3 now, but it's still pretty bad. Oh, looting. Uh-oh. Niggas probably have already started looting. How many of y'all know that? Because people leave, a lot of white people leave because a lot of white people will leave early. They'll see the storm coming, and they'll get a hotel room in another city or another state. They'll leave. Or niggas have already started looting. I'm telling you, man. Niggas have already started looting. Let's go to Twitter. Let's go to Twitter and see if niggas have started looting yet. Niggas have probably already started looting. Was it Dorian? Niggas have probably already started looting. The fuck? Porn. The fuck? Let's see if anybody started looting. Nah, no looting yet. No looting yet. Look at this. Hurricane damage can leave your home open to looting in the elements. Call ServPro to secure your home until restoration can begin. That ain't gonna stop niggas. Well, no looting so far. We can't find any evidence of looting so far. So we gotta give niggas the benefit of the doubt. Innocent until proven guilty. I would hope these niggas down there ain't shooting up the joint. I would hope these niggas ain't down here shooting up the joint. Oh yeah, they didn't help the black areas. Why didn't they help the black areas? The black areas didn't get enough funding. The black areas didn't. Yeah, they about to blow the racism card on the hurricane. Niggas never miss a chance. This is the perfect opportunity. Niggas will never miss an opportunity to talk about racism. If this hurricane was in a third world, it was in Africa, them niggas would be on their own. It wouldn't even be nobody coming around to clean up this shit. Give me another city. You said Boise? I think somebody said Boise. Boise news. Idahoans are the largest group buying marijuana in Ontario by lot. Two women caught delivering heroin. These white bitches. These two white bitches was caught delivering heroin. That's what I told you. Do these women look good? Do these white chicks look good? One of them Latina. Two women are accused of delivering heroin in downtown Boise. Linda Marks and Sharma Anderson. Boise PD has seized more than 3 pounds of heroin in the investigation. It has a street value of $200,000. These broads was moving. With these arrests and seizures, we have prevented a dangerous amount of illegal narcotics from reaching the streets of Boise. Damn. Them broads was moving some real shit, wasn't they? Wow. We get some good white crime up here in Boise. Police. Man tried to abduct a girl 6 from a home, but grandpa wasn't going to let that happen. Some alert grandparents in Indiana were able to stop a man who police say broke into their home and tried to take their 6-year-old granddaughter. Lebanon, Indiana police say 37-year-old Benjamin Dillon busted in the front door of grandmother Patty Ross' home on the night of June 10th, waking her up. I was sound asleep in my bedroom when this guy came kicking in and said, "You have my daughter." I was nervous, very nervous. I was shaking so bad. Police say Dillon claimed the girl was his daughter and that he was going to take her. Ross' husband was able to get Dillon out of the apartment until officers arrived. The girl was not hurt. Give me another city, y'all. These cities y'all picking, ain't really too much going on. Yeah, cops whooped his ass. And nobody in the community complained. You notice nobody in the community is complaining that this fucking criminal got his ass kicked? Why do y'all think nobody in that community is complaining that that criminal got the shit beat out of him? He said Lagos. I only do America. We gonna stay in America, man. We're not trying to be an international. We can do a show. I'll do a show on Lagos, man. Let you see the fuckery going on over there. Shit is too much. 10 shot after high school football game. Where, Sean? That wasn't that. What chocolate city did that happen in? Oh. I did a story about metal detectors at the games in Jacksonville after somebody got shot there. The girl got shot the little 8-year-old girl got shot at a high school game in St. Louis last week. Niggas just...
Dramatic testimony today.
God.
From one key witness in the Eric Boyd trial. Convicted killer George Thomas took the stand and said Boyd killed Chris Newsom. He said Boyd was also in the house alone with Shannon Christian.
The Knoxville couple was carjacked, kidnapped, tortured,
oh shit. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember these two white people that got fucking slaughtered? Do y'all remember this? Oh shit. Y'all remember this case? They found the dudes that did that shit. Wow. Who remembers this? They found a girl in a trash can, like she was doubled over in a trash can. Who remembers that? She was doubled over in a trash can. Yeah. It raped both of them, yeah. Wow. They finally caught them guys. After like 10 years.
Dramatic testimony today from one key witness in the Eric Boyd trial. Convicted killer George Thomas took the stand and said Boyd killed Chris Newsom. He said Boyd was also in the house alone with Shannon Christian.
The Knoxville couple was carjacked, kidnapped, tortured, and killed in 2007. 4 people were convicted in the case, 3 with murder. The state is now bringing murder charges against Boyd in this case.
10 News reporter Cole Sullivan is outside the courtroom where the state did finish questioning Thomas today.
Rob and John, there were inconsistencies and issues with George Thomas's testimony, but crucially, he says that Eric Boyd killed Chris Newsom and that Eric Boyd was involved in this crime. He described in vivid detail today how he, George Thomas, and Eric Boyd were in Shannon Christian's car with Chris Newsom. They drove to the nearby railroad tracks near Chipman Street. He says he stayed in the car. Eric Boyd walked with Chris Newsom over to the railroad tracks. He says that at the railroad tracks where they were in the car with Chris Newsom, he says at those railroad tracks he saw 3 flashes from a gun. He then says that Boyd dragged Chris Newsom behind a building, came back to the car, got a gas can out of the car, came back to the body of Newsom, lit the body on fire. Thomas describes seeing the whoosh from the flames and that. And then he says that they got back in the car, drove back to the house on Chipman Street, and then he says, Thomas says, that Boyd told convicted ringleader Davidson that it was done.
Like that's taken care of, something to that effect, and something else. I mean, I don't know. All I heard was that's taken care of.
Again, there were some inconsistencies with his testimony. For example, he did not acknowledge at all the rape of Chris Newsom, which forensics evidence suggests. He also doesn't talk about Shannon Christian very much at all either. He says beyond just seeing her come into the house, being led into the bedroom by LaMarcus Davidson, he doesn't know what happened after that.
These niggas raped that white dude. They raped the guy. These niggas raped the dude. Niggas are savages, man. They raped the guy.
He says that even though it was such a small house, he didn't hear or see anything of her again.
I wasn't present when she was killed, but I cannot give you the timeline on when she was killed. Because like I said, after we came back from the store, I figured that she was still inside the front bedroom.
But a piece of me, I don't feel bad because let me tell you what, structural systems of systematic racism. These motherfuckers, them two white people was probably fucking liberal white trash that was probably like, you know, they would probably give you a lecture about your privilege or lecture you on how systematic systems and institutional structures had this happen to somebody else. Now we know it happened to them, so they don't really like it. But had this happened to somebody else and they heard about it, they would be asking for reduced sentencing and mental health and you gotta understand and all this bullshit. But since it happened to them, I mean, ain't really too much they think now. I mean, they got dealt with. He got raped. They raped that dude. And he wasn't gay. So that's the worst part, getting raped. Like they raped a heterosexual man with a girlfriend. They raped this dude in front of his girlfriend. He gonna haunt these dudes. His soul, his spirit is gonna haunt these dudes. They raped him in front of his girlfriend. That's why you gotta keep something on you. You gotta keep a gun, a knife, a razor blade, something. You never know when you gonna need that shit. You never know when you're going to need. They raped this dude in front of his girlfriend.
Again, that's different testimony that we've heard before, but the really crucial question is it enough to convict Eric Boyd of being involved in this criminal activity? That could be enough to put him behind bars. Tomorrow, all night tonight, the defense has time to prepare for cross-examination. Tomorrow, the jury, perhaps the only 12 people that really matter what their opinion is, they were leaning forward and watching very intently. They understand how important this testimony was today. Robin John.
Yeah, today a critical date. Sounds like in tomorrow also one as well. Cole Sullivan at court today for us. Thank you. You can watch live updates throughout this trial on the WBIR app. We are also live streaming the testimony on the app.
These niggas was too old to be out here raping motherfucking men, man.
You can also follow along using the...
They raped that dude and then killed him as if their fucking cum wasn't in his ass. As if the forensics wasn't gonna find their cum in his ass. Niggas is dumb. Niggas are raping. They raped the man, came all up in his ass, and then thought that burning the body was going to destroy the evidence. You should have burnt his asshole. You should have fucking put the fucking gasoline in his ass. Dumbass niggas. They think you gonna fucking destroy evidence. The evidence, you actually conserve the evidence. Y'all put the evidence way deep up in his ass, and then y'all burnt his body. So that didn't destroy the evidence. That didn't destroy no evidence. Nightly news without poverty. What part of poverty? How did poverty fucking make them do that? The nightly news with Arc Nation News you can choose if you would like to support the channel via PayPal or Super Chat. You can support the channel. Yeah, man, give me another city, man. Somebody give me another city, man. The nightly news with Ock Nation News you can choose. Virginia Beach. We'll do Virginia Beach. That's a fucking... God damn it. He walked into a Virginia Beach 7-Eleven for a big gulp. He ended up shooting 2 robbers and killing 1. Let me see if we can find... This motherfucker walked into Virginia Beach for a big gulp. Virginia Beach 7-Eleven for a big gulp. Look at this trashy ass white broad and her fucking, look at this mud shark. Look at this mud shark, y'all. Look at this mud shark. Look at this mud shark. Sharkeisha.
Morning, Blaine and Jess. 2 people have been arrested and charged. 20-year-old Carson Davis Jr. has been charged with murder, and 18-year-old Zamie Lewis is being charged with concealed weapon and accessory after the fact. Now, Lewis is the one who is expected to be in court in just a couple of hours here. But News 3 brought you this breaking news, like you said, on Friday morning. You guys, I was there on scene speaking to hotel employees, and they told me that they actually heard the gunshots while they were working. Now, police say when they arrived to Pacific Avenue and 11th Street, officers say they found 2 victims, a man and a woman. Police say the man died before he could be taken to the hospital. He's been identified as 33-year-old Terrence Houston from Newport News, and the woman made it to the hospital, but she may not survive. Now, again, within the next couple of hours here, Zamie Lewis is expected to have a bond hearing. I will be inside of that courtroom, bringing you the latest as it all comes down. Live in Virginia Beach, Samantha German, News 3.
A man that loved his family.
When I think about my dad, love is the defining characteristic that I can say about him.
He loved his patients and anyone he came in contact with.
He was a unifier. That's what he did. He brought people together.
Dr. Craig Merrill died in a car accident on Tuesday after his car went off the road. News 3 sat down with his wife, Teresa, and kids. 6 sons, 2 daughters, and 17 grandkids, plus 2 others on the way.
Mountain of a man who walked around finding people and bringing that joy, that light of love and service into everybody's lives.
News 3 interviewed Dr. Merrill about skin cancer prevention. Then he removed several moles from my body. One proved to be problematic. He served as a leader in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and was a plastic surgeon volunteer with Operation Smile and a team leader on more than 25 missions in the 90s and 2000s.
He was just a good person. He showed it by his actions.
Founder of Operation Smile, William McGee, says there was tension operating in a country that we had been at war with.
To go and
What
work
the
side by
fuck?
side with the Vietnamese and to be able...
That's not what the fuck I thought I clicked on. I wanted to see about the mud shark. I wanted to hear about the mud shark, man. She the type to be like, my boyfriend's black. One of you white people be like, gosh, there's really a lot of crime in the city lately. She'd be like, my boyfriend's black, for your information. She'd be like, my boyfriend's black. I'm raising a black child. No, bitch, you're raising a biracial child. Look at this fucking crazy ass white lady. Right. Half of them broads end up dead. Half of them mud sharks end up dead. They end up dead like shit. 90% of them end up single mothers. But half of them end up dead. I'm raising a black child. What you said.
A woman is facing some charges.
We care for more people than any health system in Austin and Central Texas. We're not here to change healthcare. We're here to give you the best healthcare.
Yeah, white people are funny looking, man.
The best is here.
White women ain't no standard of beauty. They just
After
fucking.
she tried to snatch children at a Target store in Virginia, and then she tried to fight the parents. Police say 30-year-old Patricia Metz tried to abduct 2 separate kids under the age of 5 inside the store. The kids were not hurt. Metz tried running away, but she was arrested. Coming up at 5:30, hear how shoppers are reacting and the warning some parents now have for their children.
Give me another city, Give me another city. The nightly news with Ock Nation News you can choose. Somebody said Texas, Beaumont, Texas. Did somebody say Beaumont, Texas? Mobile. Oh yeah, Mobile. Yeah, next we going to Mobile. You're right. Mobile. Next we going to Mobile. Look at this sister. Look at this sister. Look at this sister. Woman arrested, charged with slashing victim's arm, stabbing shoulder at Port Arthur convenience store. The argument that led to the stabbing happened at BJ's food store near the corner of 7th Street and Savannah Avenue in Port Arthur. A woman was arrested after stabbing in Port Arthur during an argument. I told you that, didn't I tell you don't argue? The victim had a large cut on their arm and a puncture wound in their shoulder. They were taken to a nearby hospital. Carla Lynn Taylor, 57, was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and taken into Jefferson County Correctional System. This woman got in an argument with somebody at the convenience store and stabbed him up. God damn. Stabbed their ass up. She got in an argument. She pulled out that blade and stabbed him up. Like, fuck that. It's on, nigga. Y'all don't know how quick it be on. That be the thing. People be shocked at how quick shit jumps off. Like, you said something she ain't like, she pulled out a knife and stabbed your ass. Don't give a fuck. BPD narcotics officers seized nearly 100 pounds of cocaine during a traffic stop. Damn. Go to Mobile. Here it goes. Here we go. The story y'all been waiting for. The story y'all been waiting for. Another mass shooting. We had one in Baltimore earlier today. Now we have a mass shooting in Mobile. Mass shooting in Mobile. See if I can find an article on. There's somebody talking about it. Let me see. Fox ain't talking about it. Let's see if we can go to Twitter. If I can't find nothing on it here, I'm going to Twitter. 10 people shot outside a fucking black football game, a black high school football game. And Colin Kaepernick gonna get up here and talk about fucking police if the police kick one of these niggas in their head. If the police kick one of these niggas in their head, Colin Kaepernick gonna jump out from behind whatever bush he hiding at. There are reports that at least 6 individuals shot at Lad People Stadium. Mobile Police Chief Lawrence Batiste told the media that at least 10 individuals from age 15 to 18 were injured during the shooting. He said the victims were transported to local hospitals. One of those injured was a result of a seizure. Okay, here we go. We got some news. Fox. Let's see what they talking about. Mass shooting at a fucking football game for the
Yeah, I'll get to that in just a moment, Lenise. I just got off the phone with Mobile Fire Rescue, who told me some more information about the extent of the injuries for the people that they transported to the hospital. I'm going to read this off my phone so I make sure I get it accurate. 5 people were taken by Mobile Fire to the hospital, critical but non-life-threatening injuries. He cannot tell me exactly where they were shot because Mobile police have asked them to withhold that information at this point, but they were taken to area hospitals. Mobile Fire took them to area hospitals. Again, Mobile Fire cannot tell us which hospitals because hospitals have asked that they withhold that information at this point as well, but we were told that they took them to
That guy gay as shit.
multiple hospitals here within the Mobile area, 3 of the 5 local hospitals. 3 other victims were taken by private ambulance, either a Newman's or one of the one of the other brands of ambulance, and also 2 by personal vehicle. That adds up to 10. So 5 going to the hospital with Mobile Fire Rescue, 3 with a private ambulance company, and 2 via personal vehicle. We're told that the ones that went with Mobile Fire, all of them were critical but non-life-threatening injuries because they were shot. And tonight they are at area hospitals being treated. We are still awaiting some more information, obviously, on the extent of their injuries, how they're doing right now. But what witnesses were telling us, you took that shot live on you took that shot a little bit ago when we were interviewing the witness who said he heard the gunshots here. It's just, it's now actually getting dark here. Police, I guess, either wrapping up their investigation out here tonight. Going to continue that. Before the lights turned off behind me, you can actually see crime scene tape inside the concourse. And based off of what the witness who was on the field told me, it would make sense of where they do have the crime scene tape up. He said it was under the stands. That is where the shooting happened, on this side of the stadium. This is the eastern side of the stadium, on the eastern side of the stadium. And the shooting would have been probably somewhere in this area from where I'm standing, somewhere just pretty much right behind me. And now police are having to piece all of this together again.
Could you imagine if 10 fucking people got shot at a white football game? It was a white high school football game and 10 people got shot tonight. That shit would be all over the fucking news.
Total of 10 people shot. 5 of them were taken by Mobile
I'm
Fire
gonna go to
Rescue
Twitter,
to
man.
local hospitals. 3 people were taken by private ambulance.
I'm gonna go to Twitter. These motherfuckers ain't giving us enough information. I want to see what the people saying. The nightly news with Arc Nation, news you can choose. Wow. Motherfuckers is not even talking about this shit. You can't, hold on, this gotta be a mistake. I must not be typing in the right shit. Oh, here we go. Breaking. Investigating mass shooting. Okay, so they're calling it a mass shooting. This is that same white boy we was just listening to. So they're calling it a mass shooting at the fucking football game. 10 fucking people got shot. Go to CBS 17. All right. This motherfucker say, this is just great, for crying out loud. When will people learn to handle an argument without killing somebody? Whoever did this absolutely does not care about others, and instead it's their way or the highway. Grow up. This is so sad. A fight that ended up in gunfire at a high school. Kids can't even be kids anymore. Niggas will shoot at 10 people if it's an argument. That's true, though. They will do that, though. And they gonna get mad at you and just shoot everybody that's right there. That is true, though. But that little speech ain't gonna move nothing. Nobody's moved by that speech. The fellas don't, they not gonna hear that shit and be like, you know what, you right. Two people are in custody, but unclear at this point if they're related to the shooting. One person had a seizure. Prayers going up to the victims. I'm hearing, oh God, it ain't nobody dead. She reporting false shit. Ain't nobody dead. Niggas was shooting. Niggas shoot sideways. Ain't nobody dead. It stemmed from a fight in the stands at the end of the football game. Look at this shit. Security alert. Intel. Shooting at high school football game. Mobile, Alabama. Several injuries. Terrorism or mental illness. Same sick thing. God bless all. This shit wasn't no terrorism or mental illness. That was nigga 4th Street versus Martin Luther King Avenue. Been beefing. The niggas from Johnson Projects beefing with the niggas from Jackson Projects. That shit ain't had nothing to do with mental health, slavery, racism, structural institutions, terrorism. That was the nigga from Johnson Projects beefing with the niggas from Jackson Projects. And they saw each other at the fucking game and got it in. Try to make that shit seem fucking like it's some fucking deep shit. Like it's something, man, that was them niggas from that to the north side. See the niggas from the south side at the game, they started fighting and somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting. What's that, CBS 17? They try to always make some shit seem like it's so fucking complex and shit. That shit wasn't no complex shit. CBS 17? There's no CBS 17. Oh, there it is. They gonna try to make it seem like it was mental health issues. Ain't no fucking mental health. Them niggas is perfectly sane. Ain't nothing wrong with them niggas. Just another mass shooting. My NBC 15 has it. All right. Niggas ruin everything. Niggas ruin football. Niggas ruin e-scooters. Niggas have ruined e-scooters. Nah, you can't have fun. You can't have no fun around niggas without this happening. You can't have fun. And the funny thing about it is niggas are always laughing and joking. You would think you could have fun around niggas because they're always laughing and joking. Like, niggas always smiling and shit. Niggas always smiling and shit. You notice that? Niggas always smiling and grinning. You would think you could have fun around niggas. It's so not true. You would think you could have fun around niggas. You would think that you could have fun. You can't have fun around niggas. You can't have a good time. You can't have a good time. You can't have a good time around niggas. He said, what do I think of Tommy Sotomayor? I already did videos on it. He paved the way, man. Tommy Sotomayor paved the way for all these niggas, man. All these niggas on YouTube, none of these niggas would be doing this shit if it wasn't for Tommy. And don't be fooled by the fact that niggas hate on him. Just because niggas hate on him don't mean that they're not fucking inspired by him. Because you can inspire a nigga, and a nigga not going... Niggas ain't like normal people. Yeah, man. A nigga be like, you ask a nigga, man, why'd you start doing such and such? A nigga ain't going to be like, yeah, man, I was inspired by so-and-so. They going to try to tear that nigga down. If you a nigga and you inspired another nigga, that nigga's not going to give you credit. That nigga going to try to tear you down. You can't, you gotta be, niggas think differently. We're just different, man. We just different, man. We just different, man. Give me another city, man. I don't know. And niggas just different. Niggas not gonna say, oh yeah, man, that dude, he inspired me, man. I see in his videos, watch his videos for years, man. Maybe Phil the Advice show used to be on this in his comment section. I remember back when Phil used to be in that, the Advice show used to be in Tommy's comment section, man. Fucking all them niggas used to be in Tommy's comment section. Then they ended up trying hating on them and shit. Niggas is foul, man. Buffalo, we did Buffalo the other day. We do Camden, man. I did Buffalo the other day, man. Buffalo, even though Buffalo's a fucking dangerous, dark city, I don't know if it's enough news to go back there after one day. Ain't nothing really happening in Camden, not on that channel. Let's see the other channel.
Neighborhood, we're going county. At Pier 1, the color of the moment is energetic
Gary,
ochre.
all right, we do Gary
Style
next.
is yours.
Gary, that's a fucking dark ass
Now
chocolate
save 20%
city.
on all living room furniture. Visit Pier 1 or pier1.com today to save.
Nightly news, Lock Nation news you can choose.
With stories in your neighborhood, we're going county by county, beginning in Camden County, where a young mother has been arrested for the murder of her toddler son. Tanasia Brown was taken into custody in Camden today.
Tanasia Brown. Tanasia Brown. Arrested for the murder of her toddler son. Think about, they talk a lot about abortions. I hear a lot of y'all talk about abortions. Think about how many of these sisters kill their kids, their young kids. Just think about how many of these sisters kill their young kids, or the kids drown in the bathtub, or leave them in the car, or fall out the window. Think about how many of these sisters' kids die in the early years. In the early formative years.
Remains of Brown's 22-month-old son, JB, were found in an alley on Mount Ephraim Avenue last October. Brown remains in Camden County Correctional Facility pending a pretrial detention hearing.
So they found her child's remains in an alley. They found her child's remains in an alley. All right, it's about to heat up, y'all. We about to heat up now. We going to Gary, Indiana, y'all. It's about to get lit. It's about to get lit. This is a chocolate city. This is chocolate, okay? You gonna see this. It's about to get lit. We in Gary, Indiana, y'all. This is, all that other shit was just punk shit. That was foreplay. This the fucking.
Sue and Rob Elkus on ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4.
Alan, the family of Rashad Cunningham keeps demanding to see the tapes of the last moments of his life. Well, Gary police officers don't wear body cameras and they don't have dash cameras because they say the police department can't afford it. Still, the family is asking for more information about what led up to this shooting and why it happened.
The spot where Rashad Cunningham was shot dead by police is now a memorial demanding justice for his death.
They didn't give my son a chance!
Early Saturday morning, just after 3 a.m., Gary police say they responded to a call about gunshots near 23rd in Kentucky, outside Cunningham's home. As police tell it, during their investigation...
Look at all these fucking women. Look at all these fucking women and teenage boys. Just a bunch of women and young fucking... a bunch of females and a bunch of fucking young niggas with their pants sagging. Look at this shit.
Can't afford it. Still, the family is asking for more information about what led up to this shooting and why it happened.
The spot where Rashad Cunningham was shot dead by police is now a memorial demanding justice for his death.
They didn't give my son a chance!
Early Saturday morning, just after 3 a.m., Gary police say they responded to a call about gunshots near 23rd in Kentucky, outside Cunningham's home. As police tell it, during their investigation, officers came across a parked car with 3 people inside, and after approaching the car, all police will say is that an officer fired his weapon.
Cop asked us for IDs. I was getting mine out. As he's walking up, we're getting ours out. He must have seen the gun on his lap, which he had a permit for, wasn't reaching for or nothing. The cop opened fire.
There's no reason for him to do this. Right. He was a licensed carrier. Yes, he was. Ask him for what he had.
If Rashad did something wrong, they would have justified it right then and there.
Now 5 children are without a father. The family is furious and confused about why Rashad was shot dead in a car.
This nigga had 5 kids at 25. This nigga had 5 kids.
I want justice for my son. As a mother, as someone who loves people in this community, I want answers just like everyone else.
When this is your mayor, your city is a piece. Your city is fucked when your mayor looks like this.
Father, the family is furious and confused about why Rashad was shot dead in a car.
I want justice for my son. As a mother, as someone who loves people in this community, I want answers just like everyone else.
Gary's mayor says she has personally asked the Lake County Sheriff's Office to conduct an independent investigation of this entire shooting, and to do so quickly. She says she has also reached out to the family of Rashad Cunningham to express her condolences as part of protocol. The officer who fired the weapon is on leave during the investigation.
Gary, Indiana, y'all. You seen the mayor. You seen what the mayor look like. That's all you gotta see. All you gotta do is know if any of y'all thinking about moving to another city, just Google the mayor. If that mayor's a sister, don't move there.
Watch Judy, Sue, and Rob Elgas on ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4.
38-year-old James McGee's attorney said today that once all the evidence comes out in this case, she believes her client will be exonerated. In the meantime, new court documents released may paint a picture of what happened. The man suspected of killing a 27-year-old Gary mother and dance teacher faced a judge in court today. 38-year-old James McGee has been charged with murder in connection with the death and disappearance of Sydney Nicole Buchanan.
So he's just looking forward to his day in court.
His attorney spoke after the initial hearing where the judge read the murder charge against him that could come with a minimum of 45 years behind bars.
We do believe that once the evidence fully comes out in this case, that he'll be exonerated.
Buchanan was last seen with McGee at a July 27th concert in Tinley Park. According to new court documents, a day after that concert, McGee allegedly asked a friend for help. That friend later told investigators he was with McGee when he scouted out where he would leave her body and saw bloodstains on McGee's bedroom mattresses.
This is very early in the case, and again, we are clearly looking forward to his day in court, but...
How many of y'all think this nigga gonna beat this case? Hit 1 if you think he gonna beat it. Hit 2 if you think he gonna get convicted.
It's a credibility issue, and we don't know.
That friend also told investigators McGee said he found out Buchanan was seeing another man and, quote, lost it and beat her. The victim's family also attended today's hearing but did not want to speak on camera. Also in court today, a petition was filed to revoke his probation from a plea agreement from a previous case dating back to 2017. McGee's next court appearance is expected to be on October 10th.
Whack that sister. He found out she was seeing somebody else. He lost it. Oh, I think we already covered that. That boy, we covered all that. Give me another city. Give me another city, man. Put on y'all thinking caps, man. Give me another city. The nightly news with Ock Nation News, you can choose. Dayton. If you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via PayPal or Super Chat. This channel survives because of donations from the public. Okay, so we have a homeowner who shoots dead 2 teens allegedly trespassing on his Ohio property. Uh-oh. This is a combustible situation, y'all. This is a very combustible situation, y'all. This is a very, very combustible situation. Cap is warming up his knee. Homeowner shoots dead 2 teens allegedly trespassing on his property. Uh-oh. The shooter was taken into custody by Dayton police for questioning about the deaths of 2 17-year-olds, but was not immediately charged with a crime. The man called 911 at about 9:30 p.m. to report he had shot 2 people who were in or near his garage. What the fuck was these niggas doing in or near his garage? They was just walking down the street. They was lost. They needed directions, right? They was gonna knock on his door and ask him for directions. According to the Dayton Police Department, the unidentified resident of the home said he saw a light from that area of the property and encountered 3 people inside his car. Don't think just because they was inside his car in his garage that that it won't result in protesting and athletes fucking tweeting about this shit. Y'all think just because he found these 3 people inside his car, inside of his garage. Yeah, you say that, Captain Crunch, but these 3 teens, you find these motherfuckers, their mom was gonna protest, man. It was just a car. It was just a car. They ain't had to kill him over a car. It was just a car. He then fired his .38 caliber revolver, which killed 2 of the 3 people. The Montgomery County Coroner's Office identified them as teenagers Devin Henderson and Javier Harrison. The 3rd person in the car was arrested on a breaking and entering charge. The man who shot the teens was taken into custody for questioning and then released. He was not immediately charged with a crime. This motherfucker got released. He seen some motherfuckers breaking in his shit. Think about this, y'all. How would y'all react if y'all went into your garage and it was 3 teens, quotation marks, inside of your car, in your garage? God, that's got to be horrifying. You hear some shit, you go in your garage, and there's 3 teens in your car? How the fuck did they get inside of the car? Oh yeah, they broke the window. Or they fucking... That's the only way to get in the car for real. unless you got a snatch bar or something. You break the window with a screwdriver, the little back window, the back rectangular window. You break that, you reach in, you unlock the door. That warning shot, boy, that motherfuckers probably was packing. I bet these motherfuckers had a gun on them. Police said Thursday that they were consulting with prosecutors as recent changes in Ohio law places the burden of proof for cases of self-defense on the state. It will take time for us to comb through the evidence and statements in order to determine if what transpired was a criminal act or an act of self-defense. Dayton Police Chief Richard Beal said, "We ask for patience." You ain't gonna get that. He said we ask for patience on behalf of the public as our detectives do their due diligence in investigating this case. So the guy said, "I need police. I shot 2 guys trying to do something in the house." The man told the 911 dispatcher. He said, "They're on the floor in the garage." Think about how them motherfuckers probably did them little motherfuckers probably did a gang of robberies. They probably did a shitload of robberies. And their luck just fucking ran out this time, man. Their luck ran out. This was not their first robbery. You don't just go in somebody's house. You don't just, I'm telling you, man, breaking into somebody's home while they're there, it's different breaking into somebody's home when they're not there. You don't go in somebody's home while they're there unless you're unless you got some notches in your belt. How many of y'all know that? You ain't just going up in somebody's house while they're there unless you got some notches on you. That ain't your first rodeo. That ain't the first time you did this shit. You start off with little shit, stealing out the fucking candy store. You know, you might break into some cars at night and steal shit out the glove compartment. Then you might escalate to doing some little stick-ups on the street. You won't just, your first crime, you breaking somebody's house while they there, and you in their car, in their garage, trying to steal their car in their garage while the fuck they in the house and shit. That ain't your first crime. I've been around too long. I know how to go. It's escalation. It's you graduate to certain shit. You don't just start with that shit. Yeah, home invasion. You don't just start with home invasion. You graduate to that shit. At the end of the 4.5 minute long recording, the sound of police sirens could be heard in the background. The final second of the recording appeared to be the man meeting police at the door with him saying, "Here's the gun." The scene of Wednesday night's shooting is about 2.5 miles from Dayton's downtown entertainment center district, where a 24-year-old gunman killed 9 people. What the fuck do that got to do with this white guy shooting these fucking niggas, man, who broke in his house? On Monday, 2 6-year-old girls were killed when a man suspected in a stabbing and driving a stolen police cruiser crashed into 2 vehicles near the library of Dayton. Uh-oh. They gonna have problems in Dayton with that. Dayton gonna have problems with that one. That dude smoked. So what? They was in your house. You ain't had to shoot him. Dayton man indicted for deadly armed robbery. Mm. Give me another city, y'all. Give me another city. The nightly news with Arc Nation. News you can choose. Yeah, poverty made him rob those people. Yeah, man. Poverty, man. Poverty made them go in this man's house. I know that's their face when they saw that man with that gun. Them niggas probably shitted on themselves. Them niggas probably shitted on themselves when they see that white man standing with that gun. And when he started shooting, them niggas was probably like, oh, this ain't how it's supposed to end. That wasn't how it was supposed to go. Wasn't supposed to go like that. Give me another city, y'all. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Them niggas, I don't think they had time to plead. I think he came out, saw them. I think he knew if he hesitated, he wasn't hesitating. He's like, fuck that shit. See, Ohio, they ain't woke like they is on the East Coast. Ohio got some, they got a lot of fucking crackers out there, and they got some fucking snowflakes. They got a mix of crackers and snowflakes. It's hit or miss. It ain't like D.C. where you guaranteed. D.C., Baltimore, you run into a white person, you guaranteed they're a snowflake. You run into a crack out in fucking Ohio, you don't know what you getting. Oh, you might get a snowflake, you might get a fucking badass white boy that's willing to pull the trigger. You don't know what the fuck you gonna get when you run into a white person out Ohio. If you're dating this white nut, well, yeah, that motherfucker shot up a black club, killed a bunch of black people. That fucking dude, the Dayton shooter, killed like 6 black people at that club. They don't play around. They don't mess around with you niggas.
Here's your KDKA TV News Brief.
Hello, everyone. I'm Susan Copeland from KDKA News. Here are your news headlines. A man is on the run after he allegedly tried to hurt a local college student. Police say that Wasim Ochin grabbed a girl and reportedly choked her at Robert Morris University. They say that she tried to get away, but he chased her. Robert Morris issued an alert to students and staff, and school officials say he has been banned from campus. He is facing several charges, including strangulation. The man accused of killing off-duty police officer Calvin Hall was formally arraigned and denied bail in court on Friday.
It's going to be a mainly dry.
Blacks ain't gonna seek retribution. Blacks gonna march. Blacks already got retribution. They done killed them. Go to Colin Flaherty channel and tell me do blacks need to seek retribution. Whites need to seek retribution. Go to Colin Flaherty channel. Them niggas don't need no revenge for this shit. Them niggas done killed a gang of white people, man. You make it seem like niggas don't be killing white people and shit. Niggas be killing a gang of white people, Jack. Niggas be bringing that pain to white folk, man. Go to Colin Flirty channel. Them niggas be giving white folk the blues. I think, what is it, like, it's 100 times more likely for a black person to kill a white person than a white person to kill a black person in this country? 100 times more likely? Shit crazy. The fuck happened? Oh yeah, if you want to talk about history, I mean, shit. I mean, if you want to go back in history and shit, you never know. History.
Copeland from KDKA News. Here are your news headlines.
You never know, Vic. You don't know what the fuck what happened back in them days.
After he allegedly tried to hurt a local college student, police say that Wasim Ochin grabbed a girl and reportedly choked her at Robert Morris University. They say that she tried to get away, but he chased her. Robert Morris issued an alert to students and staff, and school officials say he has been banned from campus. He is facing several charges, including strangulation. The man accused of killing off-duty police officer Calvin Hall was formally arraigned and denied bail in court on Friday. 30-year-old Christian Bay is charged with criminal homicide and various firearms violations. And a 2-year construction project begins next week, and it is expected to cause a lot of traffic headaches. The